Welcome back to Career Build Series. This is episode 99. So I talked about last time what we're going to do here. Um, I'm in my test world. That's why Vergeot's not there. So my test world, I just copy the house in here. So the plan is I'm going to start working on the barge, trying to get a buoy set up. So I have mooring and buoy here. I might redo the buoy. I'm not sure. Let me see what a float. I'm trying to see how big a float is. Yeah, float's big. I might know. So I'm curious. Let me see. Let me do a test here. So let's do new. I want to just. So I want to make a tiny little float so that I have a little bit of rope and a little bit of space between it. This might be a big mistake, but let me try it. All right. So I'm just going to try to make a tiny little float. See if it floats. That way, I can hopefully. I think I can actually do it with a fuel container empty. Let me try that. Let me try fuel tank empty. So what I'm trying to do is essentially make something that floats that it would just be your attachment point to the boat. That's how you kind of do it IRL. You just have an attachment point. Let me see how I want to do this. Let me see if this floats. That's kind of my question. Does this float? Does it float? Let me see. So where's the water line there? Up, it's full of diesel. So in real life, diesel would float. That's actually they put that in the bags when they say they're bringing up a piece of the Titanic. They would actually put that in there. So those do float. Um, it's not floating in the orientation that's actually not bad. I could hook it there, and then so that floats. That's kind of a smaller part, so we're not bumping up against the big buoy. But I think we're probably going to want the big buoy anyways. So reasonable little test. I'm not going to use it, but anyways, so I have my mooring buoy here and float. So this that's the buoy. That's what I need to get going here. Let me fix the logic on this. It wasn't working properly before. This should pay out all the line. So right now let me see. Right now I have a toggle on there. I don't want a toggle. Let's take a number in there. Input, that's meter. Okay. And let's go in here. Instead of having a toggle there, I want the meter. And if it's greater than 0, i.e. it's in the water, if it's greater than 0, then I want it to drop out line. And so what this does is it automatically pays out line so that so as soon as it hits the water, it will let line out essentially, and so that allows it to drop in the water. It always keeps the line at maximum length. Okay, so let's hook that into here. Let me check. I don't think that needs electricity. It doesn't. Okay, good. So that's all set. That should be fine. Let's let's spawn it and see if it automatically drops out line. So that should fall in the water, and then it should be paying out line. Yep, it's doing it. See how it's the buoy, and maybe it isn't. So the buoy should be coming up over the, should be coming up out of the water, and it's not. So let's see why it's not doing that. Down is true. Okay. That should be dropping winch. Why is it not doing it? Electric's 1. Rope falls. Rope, there's a rope there. What are you talking about? Meter, this should be reading greater. Swimming's tough here. Come on. I just hit home key. That's why it's doing it. Fluid meter. Oh, come on. This is a problem. That's okay. That's fine. On off false. Up is false. Down is true. Length is 0. Alright, so there's something up with that. I need to check it and fix it. So let me swim down and just grab it real quick. So I had an issue with this before where it's not paying out. I need to see what's up. So let me just check my logic. Okay, if the winch length is less than 98 meters, which it is, and the essentially it's in the water, go down. See, it had down, but it was not paying out. Okay, it might be this new bug. Let me try this. All right, so there's a new bug they introduced this last patch. You have to like kind of detach the ropes sometimes and then reattach the ropes. Yep, it's going now. You can hear it going. So I just need to detach and reattach. And so this is going to pay out 98 meters of rope. So as you can see, it's going to keep going. Should stop at 98. That just keeps it so that it hopefully should stay above the water. I think with the new update, it said they're supposed to remember their length. The problem is, like, if I set the cable a certain length, if this buoy gets any closer there, it automatically cinches it in. So I don't want that. I want this to be able to go a long distance. The boat should be able to drift up to 98 meters, you know, minus the distance there. So that seems to be working now. I just needed it. So the logic was fine. Let's do buoy. So I'm trying to make this not take forever. Let's grab our latest barge. All right, so you know, the issue with the barges is this. So it has a lot. It has a lot of buoyancy. So let me turn this. I'm going to do this as a separate vehicle. Make this a crane barge, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a ton of weight in here. That or you know what I can do? I can fill this area with water. Let's do that. We'll make this a liquid ballast in here. I'm just going to kind of play it out. Let's do seawater. Let's go 50%. Let's try that. That's going to be too much. No, that's all right. So essentially the heavier I make it, the you know, the lower it's going to sit in the water, the lower center of gravity, and the less likely the crane can tip it over. So that's good. So I'll just do that. That'll be a nice, quick, and easy thing. Let's do a test. We're going to do a really simple test here. We have the space now. Before we didn't really have space because of just the dynamics of the other barge. So I'm going to do kind of a crazy little test here. You know, so the way that torque works is the longer the arm, like you think about it, you have a really long wrench, you can really turn a, you know, a really huge stuck bolt. You have a short wrench, you need to put more force. So the same thing happens with torque actually tipping the barge. Is the longer the torque arm, you know, it amplifies the force. So what I'm going to do here is that's going to be that. And let me save this as new barge crane. Crane. Okay. And then I'm going to grab the buoy. Okay, let me just... I wish there was a button where you could click it and it would automatically make the grid grab everything that's in the build. You know, there's plenty of use cases for that. I should put that instead of just complaining or saying it on here. I should actually recommend that to the devs. Okay, so now let's copy that. That's cut or copied. That's fine. Let's grab the new crane barge here. All right, so this is going to go out here. And so essentially I want to see, can I go to such an extreme out here with this and still have it you know, behave itself essentially. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a rope anchor and I'm just going to, so this is just a real quick test. And so this is going to go like that. And then let me make sure it doesn't drop in the water. I want it to be like in the water already. That way it will be more settled. And I can tell how much of it's actually unsettling by the weight and how much Okay, so see, the barge is massively heavy now. Look at this torque arm. That's a huge torque arm, and it's torquing the barge pretty consistently, but look, it's not tipping over. So that tells me that I should be able to put a crane on here and make it come out to about here and have no problem. So you can see, look at the angle of tilt. You know what? Let's make this scientific. Imagine that. Let's grab a tilt sensor. All right, so let's grab a tilt sensor. It doesn't. So a lot of people think you need a certain spot. You don't. You. That's not a tilt sensor. You don't. It references the horizon, so you don't really need that. It's going to always reference the horizon. You can put it anywhere. It knows the horizon. It's referencing the horizon. So tilt sensor is reading about, let's say, 0.015. Okay. So the tilt sensor is reading 0.015. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the crane. Let's see. Where do I want this grid? Let's grab it here. Let's just go down. Let's cut this and let's move it here. So that's about where it will really go. I can't put it that close just because the buoy will hit, but that's about as far as I'm going to actually make it go. And then what I'll do is I will cut, where's the cut? I'm going to grab it here, cut this, and then I'm going to move this right over it. So that's about as far as the crane's actually going to go. So is what, 0.15 was the tilt, and let's read the tilt on this. So as you can see, we have a shorter torque arm. We should be having less tilt if it follows physics. But as you can see, the back was swamped with water before. It is no longer swamped with water. So that is actually, should tell us right there. Yep, and you see it's about 50%. So by bringing that torque arm in, it's allowing us to get less of a tilt. So that's good. All right, so that was a good test. Let's go ahead and if we delete out this, I can keep the buoy in game with me, and then when I'm ready to attach it to the crane, I can do so. Okay, let me grab it. Yeah, see, I have to re-grab all this. Okay. All right, so that's good. Let me cut that. I'm just going to move it back here. That's out of the way. Okay. It's nice having this big build area. You can pretty much do anything. All right, so crane. I don't want this to take billions years. I want this to be reasonably quick. Trying to think of how to do the crane so that it's not crazy. All right, so real simple crane. Let's start. Let's grab. I'm going to do my Pat brand color pivot. I'm going to do power pivots. Love to make this a module, but I don't want to do super complicated right now. I just want these in the water. As much as I'd like to make a module that I can add and remove, I'm not going to bother right now. That's just not what I'm looking to do to make this uber pretty. I kind of want to make it more uber functional at the moment. So let's do that. All right, so let's just do a real simple ugly crane. Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty at the moment. It just needs to function for me so that I can get this going, and have it do what I want it to do is most important to me. So let's change the color of that. Let's put this in the center like so. Okay, so again, ugly and simple is the name of the game for this crane. So it's pretty much going to tip forward back. It's going to go up, down, real simple. Let's grab this. We'll cut that. We'll put that. That should be able to go right here on the deck. Okay. Let's put two of them. I want two buoys out there right off the bat. So let's grab two. Paste, and then I don't know if that's centered or not. How far? We're right up against it there. Okay, so I'll go right up against it there. So we'll start with two. I'll be able to launch this again real quick. I just want simple controls. I don't want to make this a pain. I would, I'd love to make it pretty, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to get a couple of these out there. Where are we looking here? Throttles need to go to here, to here. Negative 0.5, 0.5. That's fine. Speed needs to go way down. You don't want your crane moving too fast, or you're going to run into issues. Just going to do some toggles again. Super simple. Not looking to make this pretty. That can come later if I feel like it. I could spend an hour working on this and have it just not do what I want. Up. This is down. Start working on electricity here. Okay, that's good. And then there. And then this can go to that little battery. And we'll hook up Frigio for power gen if we need to. All right, so that should theoretically work. Let's spawn it. So they're sitting right on the stern, so that's going to give it some tipping force already. So we should expect that. Missed the jump. Definitely missed the jump. Okay, grab the ladder here. Okay. Very nice to have ladders on this now. Do I have ropes on me? I don't. Okay. I'm going to start with a rope here. Rope logic. And then that goes right to here. Okay, good. All right, so let's do a little test here. Sample test. Does it work? That's all I care about. It's okay. I don't need it to go up and act the fool. It works. Simple. It's size wins the prize, essentially. This is a big barge. It can handle it. It's full of... Let's go down there and look. So this is my ballast in here. Look at how much water's in here, all right? So there's no way that that buoy weighs more than this water, period. Now, if I wanted to make this more complicated, what I could... Or, complicated, I could put a baffle in here, essentially a wall here. This is full of 50% water, right? So what you would do is you would pump it forward or aft, or you do a counterweight. So I'll probably actually make a counterweight barge at some point. But this works for us. This is going to drop the barges in there. This, again, should be auto-paying out. Oh, I actually deleted some... See, I deleted some stuff. That's why it's not floating. Is this actually reading the right stuff? No. Okay, so this isn't working again, probably because... Is it doing it now? It's not. Why aren't you behaving? Oh, I bet I deleted something necessary. But anyway, so that's kind of a quick and dirty crane. That works. All right, so let's save this to new barge crane. All right, so that's going to get us so that we can deploy these. I need to grab these buoys off of the deck. As you can see, they're damaged, and put new ones in. So fun. But hopefully, I would like to get these in the water before we go for the episode. So let me cut these out. And then I need to save this. Let me load in my buoy. Okay, so this should have everything. Looks like I have everything. Those are just friction blocks. That way, what that does is that those friction blocks will make it less likely to slide on the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, so this is with that much, I don't know what that volume is. That's a huge volume. That's got to be hundreds of thousands of liters, the interior volume, because that's a lot bigger than the oil tank in there. Just gonna move them in one. All right, so hopefully these are good. Kind of do a quick final test, and then we'll load this up in the game world, and I'll deploy them, and then probably call it there. I forgot the rope. I just need to test one, so let me steal a rope here, and can I jump and get it? No, I can't. All right, I'm gonna have to respawn it. All right, logic rope. Where are we at here? Rope logic. This one will go to here. All right, spawn it again. All right, so more testing. I know the crane works now. More testing does is the buoy going to behave itself? And hopefully it does. So that buoy should hopefully be getting paid out now. It's probably doing the bug. So if it's doing the bug, hopefully just I got a rope on me. I got to throw away. Okay. Hopefully just grab this, reattach it. Is it not behaving? Okay. What's it doing? Down is true. It should be going. Fluid meter should be reading. It is. See, it's doing this crap that because the new winch mechanics. I think it's going now. Okay, so see that? I might make a bug report at some point, but okay, so see when I reattached it to the bottom of the buoy, then it allowed it to go out. So you can hear it's spooling out. So that's not a deal breaker. I can fix that in game. Okay, so this is good. Let's save it. New barge crane. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to let's go ahead and let's exit this. Let's load up the last game. We just finished up. We just finished up the last save, and so the Bergeau should be sitting there. Sorry, I just ran over the dog, so she's upset. So just making sure she's okay. She likes to sit right behind my chair, and I moved and I got her a little bit. So make sure she's all right. Let me see. New barge crane. Let's. What's that cost me? 45. That's not bad. I'm gonna get most of it back. The buoys, I'll lose the value of those, but okay, good. So let's. I'm flying. I know. It's one of the. It's again. People are constantly asking on Reddit and everywhere else. I can't function. I won't mock them. But I can't. I need third person. I'm not. Let's put it this way. I'm not comfortable operating a vehicle in first person in career. Okay, let's put it that way. And so that's their issue. And so, you could say, oh, get good, son, or you could tell them how to enable third person. And so that's what I tend to do is I'll tell them, go in the XML file, allow third person, and you play the game how you want. I like it forcing you to be in first person, but you know what? If you're not gonna have fun playing it in first person only, then enable third person. I enabled the flying because it gets old after the 8th time swimming to something, and I forgot to add this, and then you have to swim back, and then you have to jump off, and I forgot this, and then because I'm recording, if I look at all my ropes gone, because I'm recording, like I said, if I forgot something, or if I ran out of fuel again or something, I could just fly there and not worry about it, and it'll be, it will be easier, and it'll be less stressing to do that than to, to not have on some of these things. The flying is very helpful for me. I can get back and forth to workbench. I can test things out, get right back out and at it, and not waste a ton of time. So we're currently in 30-foot water, which is 10 meters. So that's leaves about, what's that be? That'd be 88 meters left because I have that set to a max of 98 meters. So we want to make sure this is far enough out, which is probably here's fine, that won't hit the, what do you call it? If a boat is attached to the buoy, it will not hit the island, essentially is what I'm trying to say poorly. So let's raise this up. Okay, let's put it out. Got to be careful of battery. I might have to hook for Joe if it misbehaves. Yeah, I still have the old system there. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, before it gets all the way to the bottom and I have to swim without a diving suit, I'm going to grab the rope. I'm going to drown here. Let me get up. Okay. Did I get it? I got the rope. Okay, so now the buoy is free. Okay, so I can hear the winch going now. It's paying out cable. So now, you know, some would think just drop it. I'm not going to drop it, and the reason I found was I kind of want this to sit flat on the bottom. It might get pulled over, especially when I put bigger boats on this, but for now I kind of like to have it, you know, lay properly and lay flat. So I'm going to go get that. Okay, I have the rope. Alright, so that's still paying out that line, and then I'm going to, I might not be able to reach all the way. Let's see, I'm hoping just because this will be a lot easier. Okay, that's a lot easier. Alright, so that's good. Let's go ahead and, so that's going to keep paying out till about 98 meters, which it just stopped, so that must be 98 meters. So we should be able to hook something like Rijot to that, and it should kind of go freely. Trying to think, so I want to put one, I think, let's look at the aerial view here. So it's right about here. Let's put the other one here, I think, and then that way we can have two boats. It's nice and shallow out here, so that's helpful. Alright, so this is going to give me a permanent mooring spot for things like Rijot and, you know, the barge. Especially the barge is going to be used a bunch for helipad. And so that's gonna have to be careful. I didn't shut the door, so this will flood. I have to be careful. I'm gonna kill the thrust. That should. We are gonna sink. Okay, I am in deep crap here. Deep crap here. Come on. All right, so we actually may be all right here. Crap. I did just roll us. Okay. All right. There is a solution to this that's pretty comical. The solution is I just built a barge that has a crane on it. Come on, man. Okay. Can I tow Rijot with my body? It shouldn't be hard to tow Rijot. So that's embarrassing, but again, I was talking about the ballast system. Give me the line before I drown, you donk. Ugh, it's being a donkey. Okay, grab the line, please. There. Rope too long to attach to winch. Okay. So that's the new nonsense they added on there. Yep. You can't detach it anymore. I have to swim in there and I have to shut it off. I have a scuba gear in there. I've been meaning to get rid of that fire suit anyways. Okay. I gotta make it to the scuba gear before I drown. Okay. Equip the scuba gear. We're all set now. Okay. I'm gonna need the scuba anyways. So I'm paying out line as I need to not pay out line is what I need to do. I'm just trying to grab this. I'm just gonna grab this line when it's short enough to grab. And then so I'm gonna grab a craft. I'm gonna tow Rijot to the back of this barge, and then I'm gonna just grab the hook the winch onto the side and drag it up, and that will drain all the water out and we'll be set. A little bit of a setback, but it's actually kind of fun. You know, somebody asked on Reddit, they said, my boat sunk, how do I flip it? And they wanted an easy, oh, press this button and it flips. You know, like some games have that, Farming Sim have that, where you press a button and it will auto-flip your vehicle in case you flip it. The part I like is, this is an engineering game. Go engineer a solution to it, you know? Okay, are you actually reeling in, winch, or are you just wasting my time here, winch? It doesn't appear to be reeling in anything. Because that's anchor. I hit the wrong button. I'm so confused because it's upside down. There we go. It's just me. That's a me problem. That's not an it problem. Alright, so what to drag Rijot with? Can I get the line long enough? No. I can't go over 40 meters with the line. Need to grab something small. I'm trying to just get this line up here, and then I'll deal with it. It's just I let out a whole winch worth of line. I'm just waiting for it to. Let me double check to make sure it's actually reeling in before I waste a ton of time here. Okay, it is reeling in. It's just taking a while. Let me go check it. I think it's 40 meters, and then it'll let you grab it because that's the max distance a character can pull a line. This boat isn't this is not 40 meters long. I had an idea that could be dangerous. Is reel Rijot all the way in to the barge, and then try to pull it around with the. Let me see if I can push it. Pull it with the actual. Can I push it? No. Oh, I gotta get this line before it breaks something. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is struggle. I'm going to fly. Again. Flying is something I added in the game to kill monotony. I'm going to kill monotony. What do I have that's tiny? I could do Mud Skipper. Probably, Katydid might be big enough to just yank that out of the water, but I kind of don't want to do that. Mud Skipper's got a V10 in there, as a flat 10 in there, so Mud Skipper should be able to do it. Try not to be too much of a pain with this. I got a million versions of Rijot. That's not helping me right now. Let me do Mud Skipper. Alright, I'll grab the Mud Skipper. Mud Skipper should be plenty strong to do this. How do I take off my scuba suit? I can't. It just constantly stays on. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so the goal with this is I just need to drag Rijot to the back of the barge. Mud Skipper can get wet and just not a problem. And then parking brake. Oh, that's hazardous. Parking brake's there. So it's going to be a good picture here. This upside down. Me having to fix it. So I just need to hook onto one of the side cleats and then hook that crane to it. So, Comedy Gold here. Let me. This doesn't steer very well once you have the throttle back. That's actually, look how tiny it is compared to the to Rijot. Rijot is a big boat. You know, it doesn't seem it, but it is pretty big. It actively is. So, right, cable goes there. I'm just gonna tow it sideways. It's gonna be a little wonky, but it's gonna line it properly. I need to be a little careful. I don't have a ton of line here on the Mud Skipper. The Mud Skipper's not uber maneuverable in the water. Okay, I need to be careful here. So I need more. What's up? What's up with the Mud Skipper? What's it doing here? It has a stability system, but it tends to be better when you give it some power. So let me, I think I'm pulling it. It just doesn't have a ton of, I don't have a ton of line out, so I think it's just, the line's too short. Let me see if I can kind of circle turn this around. Mud Skipper is completely sealed, and it's very heavy on the bottom, so that shouldn't sink. I know, I said. So, what, again, I was talking about how to fix this with Rijot a couple episodes ago, and that, you know, was just poetic justice. You know, it just, you know, the adding a bilge pump. Oh, Mud Skipper is trying to get away from me. There we go. I want it to get a little bit away from me, but not too much. Okay, there we go. Gave me a little slack. Hopefully I can get this pulled here. Okay. Let's see if this is far enough to do what I need to do. Try not to sink multiple vessels in one episode. Okay, so I have the line. Get up. Jump, you scum. Okay, get up this ladder. I already have a line attached to it. Crap, crap, crap. Hook this here. Okay. It's turning into a project, I know. Let's take this rope, hook this. Get out of there, you. Hook that there. Alright. Grab this. And then. Okay, I can't do that. Let me do this. Okay. You're going here. See if I can drag this over. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, Mudskipper. And then right there. Beautiful. Okay, that's attached. Trying not to get killed here. Okay, so let's, this is going to be hairy ugly. Got a feeling this is already going to be a mess. Okay. So I can't really tow with the Mudskipper very well. It's not designed for that. But what I could probably do is give it a push. So I'm going to try to push. You know, it's designed as a kind of a transport vehicle. It's not designed to be uber maneuverable. See, like it needs to get up to speed a little to get some turning. I'm struggling to turn at all. No, it's doing it. That's the waves. It's not designed to be out in this kind of sea. I'm gonna go put this away, or no, it's turning now. It's the sea. It's kind of, you know, kind of throwing me all over town. All right, I'm gonna abandon the thought of using the Mudskipper to push that. That's just gonna end in tears. I already have one vessel upside down. Let's not make it two. I should be able to get this pulled around the barge. Just need to be careful that it doesn't try to pull it through the barge. Actually, it's kind of moving all right on its own. There we go. See, it's kind of pushing itself around. All right, there we go. There we go. It's emptying now. Trying to just get this as high as I can get it. Okay, if I can get the door closed, we're above the water line now. There's still water in there. Get above the water line. Oh my god, he's swimming like an idiot. My character is swimming like an idiot. Not at all. The waves are just rough. They're just beating me up. Okay, so let's try to pay out some line. See if Rougeau will try to right. It will not. And that buoy is just keeping, constantly has the winch going, which eventually will probably kill the, yeah, see it's trapped, the water's trapped in there. I need to pull the other side as well. Open the door, come on, I pressed the button. Ding dong. Okay. It's starting to, trying to get this empty. I need this like all the way empty here. It's slowly trying to all the way empty, but it's just, oh my god, the seas are getting rough now. Get out of there. Stuck. Alright. I'm gonna bring out the big guns here if I need to. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. I might be able to do something a little bit on the tricky side here. Let's grab this cable. Probably didn't want or need that one, but I could use that one. Maybe hook that back up. Use the one that I have here. Try not to completely screw up this mission. Or this goal here, whatever I'm going to call it. Alright, I'm going to hook here. And then I want to hook to the near, one of the near cleats here. Right here, I think. Where the hell is it? Right there. Okay. Come on, man. Just swim like a normal person. There you go. Okay, so that's attached there. So hopefully I can detach the the one the crane's attached to. I want to hook it to the near side. Yeah, you're not getting rescued, dude. I have my own rescue here to do. Instead of jumping around like an idiot, I'm going to grab this. Okay, and then I want to hook there. And then I think I might be able to spin it. Get on the barge, please. Alright, we're starting to make some progress, I think. Okay, let's do this. I need to get that all the way out of the water here to... Am I sinking the barge? No, this barge should be alright for a little while at least. It just says it has a ton of air volume in there. It should be alright. I'm going to run out of scuba if I'm not careful. Okay, good. That's beautiful. As much as this looks like a wholly unmitigated disaster, this is where I want to be. Vergeau's flat. Open the door, all that water is coming out. Once all that water's out, oh, come on. Fell off. Once all or most of that water, I'm not going to get all of it out, most of it comes out, I should be able to put it back in the water with the door closed and have it act like a normal friggin' boat. Okay. Alright, let me try that. Alright, door's closed now, so it's sealed. Let's, I'm gonna run out of scuba here trying to do this. Operation put 2 buoys and turned into operation. What the hell's going on? Okay, that's back out. This needs to go adios, muchachos. Yeah, this guy's looking at us like, what are you doing, man? I know. Ask myself that question here. Let's get a picture of this Calamity here. Peaceful, beautiful sunset of me trying to rescue my stuff. I don't even... Okay, there's Mudskipper's gonna go. I don't even know where the Mudskipper is at this point. Okay. You should be self-righting with that little bit of water in you, dude. Okay, got another thought. I know, this is gonna take forever. This wasn't the plan to, do this all friggin' day. Alright. I'm coming up with all sorts of things that Vergeau needs at the moment, which that's, I'm gonna fly again. No cheating. Gonna start. I'm trying to get the circus back in control here. Got like 5 escaped animals here. I'm trying to just get that fixed. The waves are starting to get gnarly. I don't want to flip this going up this berm, but I gotta find an approach angle. I think I can come in here. Yeah, I can come in on that where the sandy looking part is there. I can make it up that. Shouldn't even need to make it up there here. Back on the workbench, done. Alright, stop screwing around. I got plenty of cash. This is why you need plenty of cash. And now I have another scuba set too, so. Alright. Turn it into a frickin' nightmare. Friggin' nightmare, man. I'm actually kinda, you know, this is fun. It's it is an absolute mess, but you know, like I was saying, you know, you learn what you need to do to your creations in career. Like, Vergeau is designed for this. Oh, the buoy's in the water. It's like, what is in the water? You learn what you need for your craft in creative. You really do. Like, you know, need a build system. Need a ton of stuff, you know, that... you know, I just need a ton of stuff. And so, like, a build system, a pump-out system for salvaging my own crap. I need to do an actual test to make sure this will self-right. I thought it would, but at this point I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to attach to here. I don't have a bow cleat. I really wanted a centralized bow cleat, but I'm also thinking put a rope anchor on the roof, make towing jobs, making lifting jobs of lifting this much easier. Alright, we have no ropes attached anywhere else. Okay, so this is going to get towed back and put in the workbench, and then take the fresh Vergeau and finish this mission. This is turning into a cluster, if you know what I mean. You know, one of the issues with Mudskipper doesn't have independent thrust. Like, I can do any maneuvering I need to with Vergeau with the independent thrust, an asymmetrical thrust, so the door needed to be shut is the long and short of it. One thing I was thinking of adding to Vergeau is adding a stand by. I'm taking pictures and trying to have a thought at the same time. It'll come back to me. Okay, so one of the things I was thinking of adding for Joe, I don't necessarily like the look of them, and I don't like the sound of them, but I was going to add thinking of adding an electric back door. And so essentially, if the area floods, if the cabin were to flood, it would automatically shut the door and pump it out. And so that wouldn't have happened. It would have started taking on water, door would have shut, pump would have come on, boat would have righted. So it's kind of a, make it a little dummy proof. Yeah, nice 12 knots. Towing myself. Alright. So, this was the real answer of what to do from the beginning, and I kind of, hitting something. Stuck on the rocks. Okay. Please be close enough to be called in the base. Shut the door, learn my lesson. Can I recall you to the bait? Not yet. You're just still too far away. Crap. Okay, I just need to yank this a little bit further. It just needs to be. No, maybe I just hit the shore with this for Joe. Alright, hopefully I can swim far enough to attach it. I'm close. It's gonna probably be like, I'll be inches from it, and I'll be like, no. There we go. Alright, let's get back on. Let's get this done. I want to finish the mission here. Circus came to town, and it messed me all up here. Alright, differential thrust. Let's get this spun out. Let's do some actual maneuvering here. Alright, let's get maneuvered here. This is why you do asymmetrical thrust. For the people who, like, don't even care about that sort of thing, it is super useful. Do an asymmetrical thrust. See how maneuverable I am? I can do any maneuver I need to do, you know, with asymmetrical thrust like that. Really makes it super simple to be able to do some more advanced maneuvering. Please let me recall this to the workbench. Come on, why? Why won't you let me recall this to the workbench? Just let me recall it to the workbench. You're killing me. It won't sink, but it's like, why won't you recall to the workbench? Alright. I will figure something out later. Let's finish the mission. This is gonna be a pain. I'll fix it when I have inclination to do so. This is another reason why it's great to have a buku cash. You know, we have buku cash in the bank right now. I can leave a Vergeo floating upside down, and I don't really care because I don't need it. You know, I can just spawn another one. You know, so that's another reason buku cash is nice. I will go get it. It's just I want to finish the mission. You know, came out here to do something, and I'm not getting it done because of nonsense. And nonsense is bound to happen. It really is. We've actually done pretty well. That was the first time I've had that. I've had that upside down, except with that one fuel trading that I did, and then I had to call it off. But as you can see, the importance of maybe putting that electric door in there and having it auto right itself. Yeah, you see how nice it is to be able to do asymmetrical thrust and do those like 360 turns or 180 turns. It's a 180 turn, but just so much easier to be able to do that. What's my heading? 243. Let's kind of eyeball this. I'm going to learn my lesson, shut the door. So I want that door automatic. Water goes in there, shuts the door, turns the pump on. Once it's pumped out, once we're pumped out, you can open the door again. It makes it pretty simple and easy. I don't know why I can't pick that Vergeo up. I don't know why. It's weird. I'm going to try to get on the bench here in a second and see if I can do it. Okay, so we're getting close to where I want it. That's the other one over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a davit, a little crane right there on the... I was going to put a dock. I think I'm going to put davit. Because I'm curious what's going to happen if I, I wonder if that's in my spawn area, if it's going to cause me problems. So if I put it on a davit, I can launch a tiny little skiff and then go out. And what I'll do is the skiff goes out, it attaches to the other side of the buoy. There's 2 attach points. And then this one, then you would jump on, say, for Joe, detach for Joe, go out. And then when you come back in, attach for Joe, go out. Same thing with the barges. So the reason I'm kind of putting this one out a little bit further is this will allow me to put like the TA 800 out here, or something properly massive. That has its own anchors, but I can put it on. I can put it on a mooring as well. Okay. So learning our lesson. Door closes. Okay. So definitely, I have lost all apprehension about that electronic door. That's going on, man. I'm not playing this game of oh crap. The oh crap game is not that fun right now. See, I detached it from the buoy like a dumb. Okay, this, let me check my depth. I'm not going to worry about this. I detached the buoy. We are currently at 43 feet, not meters. So that's about, yeah, that's inconsequential. That's fine. I'm going to launch the mooring ball, and then if I can get up there, I'm going to launch the mooring ball if I can get up there. And then I'm going to, I'll go retrieve the buoy really quick. It won't take long. And attach the buoy. I have a scuba gear on. I can swim down there. Okay. It's not that far. Is my battery dead? Battery's pretty low. I bet that's what it is. Not a problem. We have, remember I thought of this. Why can't I jump over this railing? Come on, man. Jump me over the railing. Just causing me anxiety here. Okay, let's hook it to here. A little bit of frustration here, but what it's doing is it's informing me and telling me what I need. I need certain things to make all my operations run properly, and so as frustrating as that can be at the time, Virgil has gone through many revisions. A lot of the stuff has gone through many revisions to make it as good as it is, and that's all because I've learned what it needs. So I'm thinking this is just not receiving enough power to drive that winch, so hopefully once it gets enough power it should start winching. Curious if Katie can pick that up. So that's essentially I have a power cord here going from Virgil. It's the same one where you can do shore power. I can also have shore power come out to the barge. And I'm going to throw this scuba gear on the ground. Why are you not working? Having problems here. Having problems here. Oh, the other thing is this might not even work. Up is true. Let me reattach the wire. I know, I broke my ankle. There we go. It's doing the bug, the new bug from them doing the patch. I wonder if all this is going to get recalled when I'm quite curious if all this is going to get recalled when I put the barge away, because you're supposed to spawn the buoys separately, and I forgot. So again, this isn't a lost episode. you know, as much as this is a pain, if that's the case, and what I did was for naught, and I sunk for Joe for naught, it's not for naught. You know, I learned the problems, I learned the engineering. You know, there was a show that I think it was on Discovery called Engineering Disasters, and it was essentially, you know, you had a plane crash or a bridge collapse or something, you know, all sorts of horrible disasters. And, you know, one of the points was, what did they learn from these disasters? And so we had our own little engineering disasters today of, you know, leaving the door open while you're making a turn with a heavy barge in Vrigio. You know, things like that. That informs you of what you have to do to fix it and solve some of your problems. And why am... Oh, I have the heading. Hold on. Get out of there. Wonder why I can't turn. The heading hold was on. But that, you know, that's telling me what my issues are, and my creations are getting better because of it. So it's going to be kind of a hunt to find that that mooring ball there, but I'll find it. You know, this is kind of that warts and all videos that I like to do. This one was a mess, and it's good to see it's a mess because it happens. And you know, it's given me some projects. I have to go get that buoy. I have to go attach it here. I have to go. Still have to drag Vrigio out of the water. If this crane was a little taller, I could drag it right out. Crane should have no problem sucking that up. So one thing, notice the buoy has a light on it. There's a clock on that, and so when it gets from dusk through the night, the light comes on. So the other one should be on too. So that should be easy to find at night. I just saw the other one. There it is. That's the other one right there. See, they're both on. So that's not too bad. Okay, Vrigio drifted this way a little. Let me see if I can recall it. I'm gonna stop here just because if you get too many vehicles in the spawn area, it acts the fool. So okay, so if you don't spawn it here, which I didn't spawn Vrigio here. You have to grab it from. Oh, you killing me here. See, it recalls those, I think, too. Let me see. Are they out there? No. Okay, so this was a total loss of a mission. I'm going to publish the video. We're going to see the disaster this was, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start fresh. Essentially, nothing we did worked. It was just a calamity, but I think it was a good little test. I'm going to update Vrigio. I'm gonna make a list of things I need to do right now. We'll do it, and this is gonna be all content. It's all stuff that we've learned, and that's what's important here. So things to do. Okay, so Vrigio, add a electric door. Add a meter. Add bilge. Alright, so that'll all be automated. So if Vrigio starts taking on water, the door automatically shuts. The pump comes on, pumps the water out, door automatically opens up again. Or, you know, if we've selected it to be open. I need to do a test with Vrigio. Let me get the scuba gear off. I need to do a test with Vrigio. Will it actually self-right if that's full of air? If not, I need to think of, make sure that I can tip it over. The mooring buoys, they need to be launched as separate entities. Okay, so I've tested this before. I can't launch them already on the barge. I have to launch the barge, then launch them sitting on the ocean floor, and then pick them up with the crane, and then go deposit them. So that needs to be done. So not a loss of an episode. We learned a lot, and so I'm not going to save it here. I'm going to actually just roll back the save because the buoys. If the buoys stayed, I would have. That gave me a ton of things to do. Go attach the buoy, get this out of the water. But I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to. We'll start fresh. So that's the episode. Calamitous, as you can see, but that was a good learning experience, and and gained a lot of engineering knowledge from that. All right, so see you guys later.